We all walk through life carrying a weight that we may not even recognize. It's the weight of the stories we've been told, the beliefs we've inherited, and the assumptions we've made about the world. These ideas shape our behavior and mold our experience, often without us questioning whether they are truly ours to carry. But what if I told you that all of these beliefs, these thoughts, these assumptions are not set in stone? What if you could break free from the chains that bind you, discover a new way of thinking, and unlock your inner potential? That is the power of awakening, a profound realization that everything you thought you knew may not be the whole story. To begin this journey, we must first understand that what we've been taught about the world and ourselves is not the ultimate truth. From childhood, we're conditioned to believe in certain limits. This is who you are. This is what you can do. This is how the world works. These beliefs act as invisible walls, often blocking our vision and stifling our growth. But in reality, these walls are only as real as we allow them to be. Imagine a small child raised to believe they cannot swim because they've been told they will drown. What if that child, at some point, had the courage to question this belief, to step into the water and discover that they were fully capable of swimming all along? Awakening is that moment of realization, that split second when you come to understand that you are not defined by the limitations of the past. The journey begins with a willingness to let go. Letting go of the idea that the world has to be a certain way. Letting go of the thought that you are stuck in your circumstances. Letting go of old fears and self-doubt. Quantum physics, in its simplest form, teaches us that at the deepest levels of reality, nothing is fixed. Matter is not static. It's a sea of energy, constantly shifting, changing, and evolving. And so, if everything around us is in constant flux, why should we believe that we too are bound by the past? The truth is, you have the power to change at any moment, to rewire your beliefs, to choose a new path. Now, I invite you to ask yourself, where in your life are you still chasing something you don't believe you deserve? Perhaps it's success, love, happiness, or peace. Maybe you've been working hard for years, but something feels out of reach. You can feel it, it's there, but it always slips away. This is often the result of deep-seated beliefs, limiting perceptions that tell you, on a subconscious level, that you don't deserve the very thing you desire. But what if you were to let go of that belief? What if you were to see yourself as worthy of the success, love, and peace you seek? Awakening is about confronting these old ideas and stepping into a higher awareness. It's about recognizing that you are not limited by your past, your family's expectations, or society's rules. You are the creator of your reality. This is not an overnight process, but a gradual unveiling of your true power. It starts with a choice, a decision to question, to challenge, and to embrace the idea that you are more than what you've been told you are. In this space of awakening, everything changes. The way you see yourself, the way you interact with others, the way you experience the world, it all transforms. You begin to tap into a deeper reservoir of energy, one that is aligned with your truest desires. And when you make this shift, you begin to experience what quantum healing is all about. But before we dive deeper into that, ask yourself, what would life look like if you were to truly embrace your potential? Imagine for a moment that everything around you, including your body, your emotions, and even your thoughts, is made up of energy. Not just in the abstract philosophical sense, but in a literal, scientific way. At the quantum level, everything is energy, vibrating at different frequencies. This might sound like an abstract concept, but bear with me, because this realization holds the key to a profound shift in how we understand healing, transformation, and our potential. Quantum healing, at its core, is about harnessing the power of energy to create profound change in our lives. But it's not just about energy in the sense of some mystical force. It's about understanding that everything in existence operates according to the principles of quantum physics. At the most fundamental level, the universe is made of particles that behave not in predictable, fixed ways, but in fluid, unpredictable patterns. This is the nature of energy, constantly fluctuating, constantly moving, always ready to change. When it comes to healing, quantum physics teaches us that our physical bodies are not separate from this energy. They are part of it. Our bodies, like everything else, are made up of molecules, atoms, and subatomic particles. These particles vibrate at certain frequencies, and when these frequencies are disrupted, whether through stress, trauma, negative thoughts, or limiting beliefs, our physical health can suffer. But the beauty of quantum healing lies in the fact that energy is malleable. Just as the particles in an atom can change and shift, so too can the energy that flows through us. The key is in learning how to tune our own energy to create balance, health, and transformation. To better understand this, let's take a step back and think about how energy flows through a simple system. Imagine a radio. The radio can pick up a variety of stations, but it only works properly when it is tuned to the correct frequency. If the radio is tuned to the wrong frequency, it produces static. Similarly, when our energy is out of balance, our body and mind experience static, a sense of discomfort, illness, or emotional distress. But when we learn to tune our energy to the right frequency, we experience clarity, health, and harmony. This principle applies not just to physical health, but to emotional and mental well-being as well. Just as a radio station can broadcast a song or a message, we too are constantly broadcasting energy. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs create a frequency that we project into the world. This frequency has a direct impact on the energy we attract back into our lives. If we hold on to negativity, fear, and self-doubt, we send out an energy that is in conflict with our desires. But when we let go of those old patterns and tune ourselves to a frequency of love, gratitude, and trust, we begin to experience the healing and transformation we seek. One of the most beautiful aspects of quantum healing is its simplicity. It doesn't require complicated rituals or extraordinary feats. It simply requires awareness and an intention to align with the energy that already exists within us. When we do this, we begin to change not only our own vibration, but also the way we interact with the world. We attract new opportunities, new relationships, and new experiences that reflect the higher frequency we are now embodying. Think about a time in your life when you felt truly alive, when you were so connected to your purpose, to your energy, that everything seemed to flow effortlessly. What was happening then? Most likely, you were aligned with your true self, resonating at a frequency that matched the abundance and joy you desired. This is the power of quantum healing. It allows you to return to that state, to tune your energy so that your external world reflects your inner state of peace, health, and vitality. As you reflect on this, consider where in your life you might be holding on to a low vibration. Are there old patterns or beliefs that are causing you to feel stuck, anxious, or disconnected from your true potential? What would happen if you let go of those energies and opened yourself up to the possibility of transformation? Quantum healing is not a distant or abstract concept. It is a practice we can all begin today. It's about tuning into the energy that flows through us and using that energy to heal and transform our lives. And as we begin to master this, we unlock our true potential. A potential that is limitless, expansive, and capable of creating the life we truly desire. As you begin to understand the power of energy and its role in healing, it's crucial to recognize that there is one major obstacle that we all face in our journey of transformation: our beliefs. These beliefs, both conscious and subconscious, shape the way we perceive the world and dictate the actions we take. Yet, most of these beliefs are not even our own. They have been handed down to us by society, our families, and our past experiences. And it is these very beliefs that can create internal blocks that prevent us from accessing our true potential. We all have them. Those deep-rooted convictions about who we are, what we can do, and what we deserve. For some, it might be a belief that success is reserved for others, not for them. For others, it might be the belief that happiness or peace is something that can only be attained after years of struggle. These beliefs can limit our actions, shape our interactions with others, and even affect our health. But what if these beliefs were not true? What if they were simply the result of years of conditioning, and they no longer served us? One of the first steps in quantum healing is to recognize and release these distorted beliefs. But before you can release them, you must first identify them. This requires introspection, a deep, honest look at your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Ask yourself, what beliefs do I hold that no longer serve me? Where in your life do you feel stuck, limited, or dissatisfied? Often, the places where we feel the most resistance are the areas where limiting beliefs are at play. It's important to understand that these beliefs are not just mental constructs, they have physical consequences. When we hold on to beliefs that are in conflict with our desires, our bodies respond by creating stress, anxiety, and even illness. It's as if our inner energy is being misdirected, causing us to vibrate at a frequency that does not align with our true potential. This is why so many of us struggle to manifest the things we want, because our beliefs are not in alignment with our desires. Take a moment to reflect on a time when you wanted something deeply, but found yourself unable to achieve it. Perhaps it was a career goal, a personal relationship, or a health goal. What beliefs were you holding on to at that time? Were they beliefs about your worthiness, your abilities, or your potential? These beliefs may have created an invisible barrier, preventing you from accessing the energy you needed to manifest your desires. Releasing these distorted beliefs requires more than just intellectual understanding. It requires an emotional shift. It's not enough to simply say, "I know I deserve success," or "I know I can be happy." You must also believe it on a deeper level. You must feel it in your body, in your energy, and in your heart. And this is where quantum healing becomes truly transformative. As you begin to shift your energy and align it with your desires, the beliefs that once held you back will begin to dissolve. It's as if the walls you've built around yourself start to crumble, allowing your true self to emerge. But this process takes time. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to face the uncomfortable truths about your inner world. It's not always easy to confront the beliefs that have been shaping your life for so long, but the rewards are worth it. As you release the beliefs that no longer serve you, you make space for new, empowering beliefs to take root. These new beliefs will help you align your energy with your highest potential, enabling you to manifest the life you truly desire. Quantum healing is not just about fixing what's broken. It's about aligning your entire being with the frequency of possibility. It's about tuning yourself to a higher vibration that reflects your true potential. And in doing so, you begin to experience life in a new way. You start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to attract people and experiences that align with your highest good. And most importantly, you begin to feel a sense of inner peace, knowing that you are on the right path. Ask yourself, what would my life look like if I let go of the beliefs that no longer serve me? What would it feel like to be free from the internal blocks that have been holding me back for so long? Imagine the possibilities. Imagine the freedom. That is the power of quantum healing. The power to break free from the past and step into a future filled with limitless potential. Now that we've begun to unravel the layers of limiting beliefs and understand the energy at the core of our existence, it's time to shift our focus to a concept that often mystifies those beginning their journey into personal transformation: manifestation. Manifestation is often misunderstood, viewed as a kind of magical thinking where one merely wishes for something and expects it to appear. However, at its core, manifestation is a deeply rooted process in which your inner world, the frequency at which you vibrate, aligns with the outer world to create the experiences, opportunities, and realities you desire. It might seem abstract at first, but manifestation is actually a very logical and practical concept when we consider the principles of quantum physics. In the quantum field, every possibility exists simultaneously, waiting for the observer to collapse it into reality. This means that all potential outcomes are available to us at any given moment, but which possibility becomes our reality depends on where we direct our focus and energy. What we believe, how we feel, and what we focus on plays a huge role in determining the reality we experience. Let me offer a simple analogy. Think of manifestation like a radio station. Just like tuning your radio to the right frequency allows you to hear your favorite station, aligning your energy with the frequency of your desires allows those desires to materialize. The universe does not decide what you deserve or not. It simply responds to the frequency you emit. When your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs align with the frequency of your desires, the universe mirrors that alignment and brings you the opportunities, people, and experiences that match it. However, just like turning the dial on a radio, this process requires intentionality. Manifestation does not occur by passively wishing for something to happen. It requires you to tune your energy to embody the feelings and beliefs that are aligned with what you want to create. This means living in the vibration of your desires as if they are already a reality. If you desire love, for example, you must first become the embodiment of love. If you desire abundance, you must first align yourself with the frequency of abundance, feeling gratitude, confidence, and joy, regardless of your current external circumstances. Think about the most successful people you know, whether in business, in personal relationships, or in their health. One thing they all have in common is an unwavering belief in their ability to achieve their goals. They may face challenges, setbacks, and obstacles, but they are energetically aligned with their vision. They vibrate at the frequency of success, and the universe responds by providing the right opportunities at the right time. The question is, how can you begin to align yourself with your desires in a more conscious way? It starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of waiting for the world around you to change, realize that the key to manifesting your desires lies within you. The most important step is to ask yourself, what frequency am I currently vibrating at? Are you vibrating at the frequency of lack, fear, or doubt? Or are you vibrating at the frequency of possibility, abundance, and trust? One of the most powerful tools for aligning your energy is gratitude. Gratitude is a high-frequency emotion that shifts your energy from lack to abundance, from fear to love. When you practice gratitude, you are essentially tuning your energy to the vibration of what you want to attract into your life. Gratitude signals to the universe that you are open to receiving, and it allows you to step into the flow of manifestation. As you go about your day, pay attention to the thoughts and feelings you are experiencing. Are they in alignment with the reality you want to create? If not, take a moment to recalibrate. Breathe deeply, ground yourself, and recenter your energy. Visualize yourself already living the life you desire, feeling the emotions that would come with that reality. Then, allow yourself to experience that frequency, even if only for a few moments. This small shift can have a profound impact on your ability to manifest your desires. Manifestation, at its heart, is a co-creative process. It's not about forcing something to happen. It's about aligning yourself with the natural flow of energy that already exists within you and in the universe. It's about tuning into the frequency of possibility and allowing the world around you to mirror that energy. The more you practice this, the more you begin to see that you are not separate from the life you desire. You are, in fact, a vital part of its creation. Ask yourself, how would I feel if I already had everything I wanted? Visualize that feeling, allow it to fill your being, and notice how your energy shifts. This is the beginning of manifestation, aligning your inner world with your deepest desires and watching as the outer world mirrors that alignment. As we approach the final stages of this journey, we must turn our attention inward once again, this time to the most essential aspect of quantum healing and manifestation: alignment with your higher self. The higher self is that aspect of you that is beyond the noise of everyday life, the limiting beliefs and the fears that often cloud your judgment. It is the part of you that knows the truth of who you are, your infinite potential, and your connection to everything in the universe. Aligning with your higher self is the key to sustained transformation and the most profound form of healing. At its core, alignment with your higher self is about tuning into a frequency of pure love, wisdom, and authenticity. When you are aligned with your higher self, you are no longer subject to the constant fluctuations of fear, doubt, and uncertainty. Instead, you operate from a place of inner peace, clarity, and deep trust in the flow of life. It's in this space that true healing occurs, on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. But how do you access this alignment? It begins with presence. The higher self exists in the present moment, free from the constraints of the past or the anxieties of the future. It is not concerned with past mistakes or future outcomes. It simply is. This is why mindfulness, meditation, and other practices that cultivate awareness of the present moment are so essential for healing and transformation. When you are truly present, you begin to feel the subtle whispers of your higher self guiding you, directing you toward the next step on your journey. Another powerful way to align with your higher self is to cultivate deep trust. Trust that the universe is always guiding you, even when things don't seem to be going according to plan. Trust that everything is unfolding in divine timing and that every experience, no matter how challenging, has something to teach you. The more you trust the process, the more you can release the need for control, allowing your energy to flow freely and in alignment with your desires. The key to staying aligned with your higher self is to make choices that resonate with your true essence. This means listening to your intuition, following your inner guidance, and allowing yourself to be led by your heart rather than by external influences. When you make decisions from a place of alignment, everything falls into place. Opportunities arise effortlessly, challenges become growth opportunities, and life becomes a flow of synchronicities and blessings. You might wonder, though, how do I know if I'm aligned with my higher self? The answer lies in the way you feel. When you are in alignment with your higher self, you feel expansive, at peace, and deeply connected to your purpose. You experience a sense of clarity and flow, and life feels less like a struggle and more like a dance. On the other hand, when you are disconnected from your higher self, you might feel anxious, uncertain, or like you're swimming upstream. These feelings are your internal compass guiding you back to alignment. To help facilitate this alignment, start by spending time in solitude. Turn off the distractions, whether it's the noise of social media, the demands of work, or the opinions of others. Create space for silence. It's in this silence that your true self can emerge, where you can hear the whispers of your intuition, your higher self, and the energy that connects you to the universe. Ask yourself, what does my soul truly want? What feels authentic to me? When you begin to listen to these deeper truths, you unlock a path that is uniquely yours, one that is aligned with your highest potential. As you move forward on this journey, remember that transformation is a continual process. Healing and alignment with your higher self are not one-time events, but ongoing practices. Each day is an opportunity to reconnect with your true self, to tune your energy, and to create a reality that reflects your deepest desires. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you were always meant to live. Now, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. How does it feel to imagine yourself fully aligned with your higher self? What would life look like if you were constantly in tune with the highest version of yourself, living in harmony with the universe? The path to this transformation is already unfolding within you, and you have the power to walk it step by step, every single day. Quantum healing is not just a process, it is a way of being. It's about aligning your energy, releasing limiting beliefs, and tuning into the infinite potential that lies within you. As you begin to embody these principles, you will discover that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. The universe is waiting for you to step into your power. Are you ready to answer the call? Quantum healing is a journey that starts with the decision to awaken, to release the beliefs that no longer serve you, and to align with your highest potential. As you embark on this path, remember that you are not separate from the world around you. You are a dynamic part of an interconnected energy system. The universe is waiting for you to realize your power and step into the abundant life that is already yours. Let go of what no longer serves you, tune your energy to the frequency of your desires, and align yourself with the flow of the universe. Your transformation is within reach. Embrace it with open arms. We invite you to reflect on your own journey of healing. Where are you in this process? What steps are you ready to take? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiration on your path of transformation.